Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at this Mewtwo trade that I did with Scarlet Witch here. Just testing out the waters once again with trading and our Mewtwo's because we reached that great friend status. So just going to see how well the IVs hold up with this 78. And then the one I received as well. We're not going to be taking a look at the IVs on the one that I received, just the one that I'm sending. Then she's going to screenshot the Calci IV for me and send it over. And then we'll do some comparisons. So we have a 12, 10, 14, 78 that I sent her. Turned out to be a 60%, 15 in attack. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's crazy. 4 defense and then 8 or 9 in stamina. So it did gain some attack, but other than that, everything else kind of drop. So noted, right? And then let's go on to our Mew, or my Mew. I'm going to change its quick move. Finally, Shadow Claw has been holding me back from using it in a gym due to Blissey's, Snorlax, and Tyranitar's just normal types being in there. So now I have a double weather boosted moveset, Poison Jab, and Dazzling Gleam. And let me tell you what, folks, I absolutely love it. So we're going to go into this gym with these weather boosted Pokemon. Well, just Nidoking and Mew with the Poison Jab. So that is a 26-35 Blissey, and this Nidoking is going to go up against it. Now, what do you think? Think you can do it? Obviously, you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, that's why this video is up, and you're right, yes, I did. Now, this is another reason why I like powering up lower tier Pokemon, just for the challenge, just for fun. So when people are like, oh, the gyms are too boring, the gyms are not that great, well, I'm using a Pokemon that's actually just neutral damage towards Blissey. It has the weather boost. But if I didn't dodge, then I wouldn't be able to do it. So I urge you to challenge yourself with these kinds of things and see what you can do, because it makes the game so much more fun instead of sitting back and complaining that the gyms are too easy or something like that, which I know I've done in the past myself. But I also have stated that you can make things challenging. All you have to do is use lesser Pokemon than the completely monster types out there that everybody likes to pick. So anyways, just a little insight on that. Switch up your Pokemon, power up a few things that are kind of a little nerve-wracking for you to power up, considering they don't max out that high at CP. And then after this gym battle, we're going to actually go up against a Flareon and a Alolan Ninetales with my Mew only using Poison Jab. I do use Dazzling Gleam for the last little bit of Decay Heart on the Ninetales, just because it's the last little attack and I was just messing around. But other than that, I use Poison Jab all the way through just to show the potential. And yes, the Pokemon that I'm going up against are not the strongest, but I'm going to be using my Mew to go up against this Blissey here in just a second, just to show you how well it can perform. And then I use the Medicham just for fun to take out that Blissey, because, well, that's not the strongest fighting type around, and I just thought it'd be a fun combo. It is also getting the weather boost because it is cloudy out. Alright, so later today we are also going to be doing another Mewtwo challenge where 3 teams, Mystic, Instinct, and Valor, are going to go head to head to see who can do the most damage against it using 6 unique Pokemon once again. So that should be fun. Hopefully it can have a different moveset than last time. We had Psycho Cut and Psychic the last round that we did this, which you could say is the easiest moveset to go up against. Kind of worked out great, just so we can see how well our performance is for the Pokemon that we picked, instead of having to just completely faint immediately from Shadow Ball and Confusion. So let's see what happens this time around. I would show you my team, but I know that the Instincts are vigorously watching my videos and will report back as to what I'm using, and that's not going to be good for me. So I'll keep it a secret until after the video, and we'll all take a look and see who won that round there. So it should be fun. And if you're also wondering, well, what moveset should I have on my Mew? What should I put? I urge you to just mess around with it depending on your weather. I personally have been enjoying Dazzling Gleam quite a bit on my Mew. That's why I haven't switched it. It's because it's just that much fun to have it. It does quite a bit of damage, and it's universal as well. Okay, so I do go in with an Alakazam here just for kicks. I really should have went back in here with my Mew to start it off, just to see how well it can go up against that Blissey, that 1876, but there'll be plenty of Blisseys out there for me to test it out. We always have cloudy weather, so And that's another thing about that combo. Poison Jab and Dazzling Gleam are both boosted by cloudy weather. It's always cloudy here. And like I said, if you're looking for the best moveset, it's probably going to be revolving around your weather. If you always have rain, I mean, technically the weather and the Pokemon that are dropped in the gyms around you. But back onto the subject as to what should you have on your Mew. Well, people say Frost Breath or an Ice Beam are going to be your best moveset. I don't know about all that, man. I personally would not want that moveset at all. I'm happy with the Poison Jab. I was going to stick with the Poison Jab, funny enough, when I very first got it. But I just didn't want to have that one move. I wanted to showcase a whole variety of moves to you guys. So I switched it up. I used a whole lot of charge TMs and quick TMs on my Mew just so we can feel it up to see how well it can perform in different situations and different weather scenarios. And, you know, it's an okay Pokemon. You know, the thing Mew has going for it really is its whole tankiness. It's super tanky. It can take a lot of hits. It is psychic type, so going up against a Blissey is not going to be your, you know, best DPS option, but it is going to not take super effective damage from that Dazzling Gleam. So I mean, other than that, hey, you can run through gyms if you want to. If you know that people are going to bury them, I don't really recommend using your Mew. You want to probably use something that's super effective against these normal types, say a Machamp or something like that, just to get it done as quick as possible. That's the hard part about making gym battles too nowadays. It's not technically hard, but to actually take the gym completely down is when I'm using these unique Pokemon. You know, I'm not completely knocking the gym down as fast as possible. Therefore, they're able to bury it and see it after, you know, it decayed halfway through. Now, I don't know what I was thinking when it came to picking this Ho-Oh going up against this Blissey. Of course, it was going to be able to do it. It's just going to be very slow. I do switch it up midway for my Mew, so we can take a look at that. But I was getting a little nervous because sometimes in between rounds, say, you know, full heart, and then it goes halfway, I pick another team, right? It sometimes takes me like 15 minutes because I'm so indecisive on exactly what I want to pick. Sometimes I don't have a set team. I'm just kind of winging it. Sometimes I just pick random Pokemon that make no sense, like that Ho-Oh. So, because I was getting nervous, they were going to feed it. And I don't feel like fighting it all over again. Usually I would, but sometimes I'm just like, you know, the heck with it. If they bury it, I'll come back later while they're sleeping and we'll take it down then, right? And if you're thinking to yourself, well, come on, Poke, why don't you just take the whole gym down even if they bury it? Well, because there's quite a fine line between a warrior and stupidity. I'm not going to sit there the whole time and just, you know, keep attacking this gym while there's 3 people that have the potential to bury each Pokemon 10 times. And I'll be sitting there for like an hour and a half just trying to take this one gym down while they're sitting over there on their couch watching Netflix, burying each Pokemon, taking turns. And then by that time, their bury limit might have like extended, you know, because there's a certain amount of time that you have to bury a Pokemon until you can bury it some more. And say I don't take it out fast enough, and then the first person who was feeding the Pokemon to begin with stopped feeding it, and then the second person started feeding it, then that original first person could start burying it again. You'll be there forever. So yeah, I'm more of a get you while you sleep. Alright, on to the next gym with the Ninetales, which is weak against poison types. So we're gonna go ahead and just use that Mew there with that new Poison Jab moveset that I'm absolutely liking quite a bit. I'm a big fan of the Poison Jab. It's very strong, consistent. You can dodge if you needed to. We always have cloudy weather here, so it's going to be boosted slightly, which is also a plus. Like I said, I'm not going to be using my Dazzling Gleam. We're just going to go. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to be dodging either. I might dodge once, but I don't think I do this first round. I was getting kind of nervous through the Alolan Ninetales. I thought it was going to hit me with another Ice Beam because that's what it has on it. But that Poison Jab was just putting in work. So with that said, trainers, I want to say thank you for watching. And if you're still wondering, okay, well, what move should I have on my Mew? Guys, it's all depends if what you're trying to do. Technically, you're not going to be using this thing to take out raids, but if you want to just throw it in the mix into whatever raid you're going up against, depends on what that raid boss is going to be, on what moveset you should have, on, like I said, and what is in the gym in your area. I personally like to use Mew for gym battles, so this Poison Jab, Dazzling Gleam combination works fantastic for me. Anyways, trainers, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on my next video very soon. Remember, Mewtwo competition should be fun.